Are you curious about what bugs there have been since the infant update? Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my news video. There's a quick summary of what I'm going to be talking about in this video. There's issues with the game freezing, infants forgetting their food preferences, family tree issues, parents not knowing their infants, known issues caused by mods, and some miscellaneous issues. So for the issues that aren't mod related, there will be bug reports, which I will link down below. If you're experiencing any of these, I recommend that you go over and add a Me Too to them. The more Me Too's a bug report has, the more attention EA gives to it. Doesn't mean that it's going to be fixed sooner, but it will be fixed as soon as they can. The issue with how quickly is how quickly they can figure out what's causing the issue, but it does mean they'll give it more attention to try and find what the issue is and try and find the fix. So for the first issue, it is actually potentially related to Laundry Day, but the issue is your Sims aren't doing anything at all, and then there is a bug report and there's some questions to answer, and what they had determined from people answering the questions is that it seems like it may be a Laundry Day issue, not guaranteed. But if you are having this issue and you have a Laundry Day, then try disabling the pack, and I will show quickly the beginning of how to do that on her site. But if you're needing to disable the pack, either go to Crinrick's site or James Turner has one. The thing that I would recommend with Crin's site is that it's actually been updated. If you're on the EA app, it shows you how to do it with the EA app. And if you do need to disable it, the number you need for the code is SP13, because that's what Stuff Pack Laundry Day was or is. That said, if you have Laundry Day and aren't having this problem, you don't need to disable it. I have Laundry Day. I'm not having the problem. I haven't disabled it. So here's a screenshot from her website, and it is longer. I am not going to be going through it like I think I already said, but one thing I do want to mention is that if you are using the EA app and you disable it, you have to actually go into the game from the EA app. You can't go in from a shortcut or a desktop shortcut because it won't remember that the pack is disabled. So just FYI, with the EA app, that's how the disabling works. And here's just actually a screenshot from the bug report, and here are some of the questions that they would like answered if you go over and add a Me Too and comment over there. The next issue has to do with the foods that the infants have explored that's getting forgotten, or it's not known if there's another caregiver. It can be forgotten from reloading the game. It can be forgotten if you go into create a sim, various different things. So if you're having this problem, I haven't played with infants long enough or done the food exploring, so I haven't added a Me Too to this report. Go over and add a Me Too. There is no workaround for that mentioned there. It just is what it is. Now, the other one is another one where it's just what it is, but the family tree connections are missing. Here's a screenshot. I have had it. This is my own screenshot with my own Sims. So you can see that there is no line between, the dad and the two daughters, the granddaughters to the higher up one. I did notice if I clicked on the two, either the toddler or the little girl, that you could see all the lines going up, but I just don't see the lines going down. And when I clicked on, there is also his fiance, the mom to the little girls, there were lines missing in other places. So yeah, it's just a little bit hit and miss with respect to that, but it's just visual. If you actually go into the information panel, it does still show those relationships, but here the lines are missing. So if you're seeing that, that's where you go to add a Me Too. Now, the next one is one that I already talked about in my video about the update, and that's where your parents may have to introduce themselves to their infants. And that's not happening all the time, but it seems like it may be related to the beloved trait, which is a reward trait you get for completing the Friend of the World aspiration, or if you're someone who just likes that trait and cheats it onto them, because I know some people commented that they did that on this thread. So I have had that issue myself, and the workaround that the OP provided is that if you ask the nanny to introduce yourself to the infant, then you can look after the infant. Because the issue with this is if you don't know the infant, you can't really look after the infant. There's very few interactions you can do with them, and the infant can't ask for anything either. I did have this issue with my couple and their infant, the little one in the first picture at the beginning of this video. The dad has the beloved trait, and he couldn't do anything with the infant until I had him ask the mother to introduce himself. I actually tried to get the mother to introduce the infant to the dad, and that didn't seem to work, but the other way did work. So honestly, it doesn't matter if you don't have anyone in the house, just hire a nanny, like they say here, and the nanny will do the introduction, which is pretty funny, but it's a workaround, and hopefully they'll fix it. So here's a couple of issues that have to do with the mods and custom content. If you have any issues putting infants in cribs, please remove any CC baby cribs you have. Those are broken. And another one, if you can't have a science baby, that's caused by MC Woohoo. Don't report this on the bug forum. But the other thing with MC Woohoo is that it's been updated now. I did mention in my video that there was 2023.1.1 out for MC Command Center. Now 2023.1.2 is out. So there is possibility that there'll be some more hot fixes coming in the next several days, as you can see from this post from Deadpool over on his Patreon. This is a free post. So if you use MC Command Center, make sure you're getting the most recent version, which at the time that I'm recording this is 2023.1.2, but go check. And speaking of checking, I'm not going to go over the whole mod list, but just a refresh, you should really be keeping an eye on the list. Loose is one good one. Scarlet has a list. Wherever you look, to see whether your mods have been updated, because there have been a lot more mods that have been updated, or some have been re-updated. So it's not guaranteed just because you've got an update that you've got the final update. So keep an eye on that. And so here's just a couple of miscellaneous issues that I'm not going to go into detail. I just wanted to share this here. There's no jittery walk anymore, but they have some other issues where if they're energized, the animation looks like the level 1 even though they've maxed it. There are some infant distortions because of missing animations, and Kryn does say there could be more, and please create one thread per interaction, but there were 2 at the time that I grabbed this off of her Twitter. There were just a couple of issues that were fixed but that weren't in the patch notes. One is that high chairs can be clean now, and adults can now put toddlers in high chairs again, which I mentioned in my update video. And then the last thing that I couldn't recreate, I tried. Infants are queuing an endless number of chomp interactions. I tested it. My poor Sim wasn't very happy about being bitten by the infant, but anyways, it only happened once. But if you're experiencing it where it's filling up your queue, go over again and add a me too to that report or any of these issues. That's it for the more popular bugs that I'm aware of since the update. Let me know if you've experienced any of those. As I've indicated, I have had a few of them happen to me. I'd love to know in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!